G is for garden. That's like saying, oh, I held someone's head underwater, but I didn't kill them, the water did. Another day, another bout of hunger pains, I said sighingly. Life hasn't been easy since I decided to leave my stable. But I didn't have a choice after what happened. The problem is I'm so used to the fresh food we had. I won't say those apples from the orchard were great, but they were a lot better than the pre-war crap I've been eating for the past few weeks. Seems like I've never even had enough to keep going. At least thanks to the stupid rationing system you implemented. Will you please stop? My companion asked me. I get it, alright. You hate the life you now have outside your comfy gray shelter. Well, you know something interesting? I never had any of those luxuries. I lived my whole life out here. Never tasted something fresh out of our garden. Be happy about the luck you had, and I don't complain about what you're doing right now. You ate your bed, now lay in it. I frowned, remembering that my friend has lived out here forever. Well, he's not so much a real friend as a companion of necessity. He's a survivalist, and a good one at that. He taught me how to handle a weapon, how to pick locks, and even how to hunt and clean animals. Closest thing to fresh food I've had, but again, I use the term loosely since, well, everything's irradiated to hell, even after cleaning mutated animals to the best of our abilities. We'll take a couple of rat axes before our meals. What I'm saying is, without him, I'd be dead.
What? No response?
He said with a smirk.
Normally you have some response by now. Did I finally break you?
No, sorry, I replied. Just lost in my thoughts. Look, my pit buck says that there's supposed to be an old shopping mart near here. Maybe we can restock?
By restock, I mean assuming stuff your face?
He said with a slight chuckle. Shut up! I yelled with a blush. I had to admit, he wasn't entirely wrong. I was committed to being fooled for once in my life, since coming to the wasteland. The final shot rang out. The final raider slumping to the ground. Smoke drifted away from the bullet hole in the stallion's head.
Well, saw that coming,
my companion said, returning his gun to his saddlebag.
These places are huge havens for their sort. Plenty of food, lots of protection. Not to mention loads of new wastelanders who think they'll find lots of food. Easy pickings.
We started towards the old shopping mart. Time had not been kind to the old place, and neither had the raiders. Mangled remains of dead ponies littered the area, and a crude wall made of literally anything the raiders could pile into the heap had been erected in front of the place to try and keep out any visitors. My eyes widened as my friend trotted ahead of me to the side of the raider corpses. Wait, you knew we'd be in for a fight and you led me to it anyways? What the hell's wrong with you?
Look, you can only learn so much from animals. You need to fight some intelligent enemies.
My companion replied as he kicked one of the raider's saddlebags. A partially eaten book fell out of the ground. My companion's eyes rolled as he picked it up and deposited his own saddlebag.
Well, semi-intelligent.
Yes, clearly they thought brain food was the same as real food. You know real food, right? Like what we need! I screamed.
Yeah, quit your whining already. Let's see if they left anything around.
Alright, but I wasn't whining, I was complaining. Well, I said as we exited the shop, I had a frown on my face that didn't even begin to express my level of disgust. That was a bust. All we found was a box of cake mix, some dirty wire, copies of Wing Boner. Why do we need this junk again? My companion was blushing lightly, tapping his front hose together as he searched for an answer. Finally, he grinned sleeplessly. Warmth? Right. Warmth, I said sarcastically, rolling my eyes. Doesn't change the fact we still need food. Like this? Both our heads turned immediately to our left. Another pony ghoul stood there. We even heard him walked up. Draped across one of his outstretched forelegs was a completely fresh and absolutely juicy-looking carrot. My mouth watered at the sight of it. Where all of this thing did you come from? Also, where did you get that carrot? My companion yelled in surprise. The ghoul raised what I assumed was an eyebrow, but I couldn't really tell over the rotting flesh of his face.
Well, to answer your first question, I appear whenever somebody needs food. To answer your second question, haven't you kids heard of our garden?
Who cares where it came from? It's mine! I shouted, pouncing forward and grabbing the carrot for the ghoul's grass. In one swift motion, I gulped down the sweet, juicy vegetable inside. Man, that is good! The ghoul's expression turned to a grimace as my companion smacked me upside the head.
You idiot! What are you doing? Haven't I taught you anything? Nothing's free out here,
he said angrily. The ghoul smiled as I pulled some caps out of my bag. Oh, I'm sorry. Here you go for the carrot, I said, grinning sheepishly. The ghoul waved a hoof, pushing my outstretched money back at me.
Thanks, but there's no need for that,
he said. I'm just glad to share the bounty of my garden with those in need. Perhaps you'd like to stock up there before continuing? Just nearby.
Yes! I yelled.
No!
My companion yelled at me at the same time. He was fuming now. The ghoul sat there impassively, tapping his hoof on the concrete. He looked bored.
So, you coming or not? I do have others to visit, you know,
the ghoul said. Like it or not, I said, glancing to my companion. I adopted the sternest face I could. We need food. He's offering us food, for free no less. I'm still hungry.
No, you need food. Nothing is free, and
he paused for a beat. Actually, you got me there.
Well then, if you follow me, like I said, not too far away from here,
the ghoul said, turning to walk in the opposite direction. He shuffled loudly along slowly. I blinked. How the heck had we not heard him walk up to us? Shaking the thought from my mind, I trotted along after him. My companion let out a sigh and did the same. Sometime later, we appeared in front of the iron gate. It looked like it had been rusted shut. A drywall had been placed on the other side of the gate, along with the rest of the fence, likely to prevent others from seeing the inside of the school's private garden.
Here we are,
the ghoul said. Just the key out of saddlebags and slipped it into the lock.
Right here. Eat what you desire and take what you need to travel on.
The ghoul pushed the door open and my jaw dropped. Inside the little compound was absolutely the most incredible thing I'd ever seen in my life. Strong-looking trees, bearing apples rather than any stable orchard, stood in rows near the back of the compound. Vines filled with purple and green and black grapes lined the walls. 3 large fields for carrots, potatoes, and even tall grass for making hay populated the rest of the garden. In the center of the garden lay a sturdy wooden table, a massive feast of epic proportions laid out before us. The ghoul motioned for us to follow him alongside the table.
Please, sit, eat, be merry, I insist,
the ghoul said, motioning the chairs on each side of the table. Don't mind if I do, I exclaimed happily as I picked up what appeared to be a piece of pie. While I carried the whirl, I ran into my mouth, let the ooey-gooey goodness slide down my throat. The ghoul turned to my companion.
And you? We're not joining your friend at the table? The food's quite lovely,
he asked. My companion frowned, looking very pensive.
I'm not sure.
Come on, I said, stuffing my face full of another piece of pie. It's good, just dig in. My companion rolled his eyes. He finally sat down at the table.
Well, I guess you're not dead,
he said. I glanced around the table and picked up a piece of pie. I just stared curiously for a moment. He popped it to his mouth.
Hey, you're right, this is...
Pain racked my body and my eyes widened. My companion and I fell out of our chairs, hitting the ground hard. I tried to stand, but found myself unable to. All I could do was roll about in my pain. My stomach felt like it was going to explode. My muscles were getting weaker and weaker by the second. From the fleeting glances I was getting of my companion, the same was happening to me.
I told you.
My companion started to choke out.
Nothing's free.
He rolled over. His body expanded me for a brief second before he finally went still. The ghoul's eyes lit up.
Friend was right. Nothing is for free,
he moaned. I tried to growl, the sound from my lips coming out as something more akin to 3 cats mating. You tricked us, you bastard. I yelled with the last of my breath when I felt something inside me burst. I gurgled loudly, fluids flooding my mouth and preventing me from talking further. The girl grinned widely, showing out silvery fangs as opposed to pointy teeth. "No," he said. My eyes widened as the being in front of me became enveloped in green flame. After it dissipated, standing above me was me. The me pony licked his lips. The only one you have to blame is yourself. I only led you here because you wanted fresh food. It was your own fault that you're in this predicament. I gurgled in response, trying to scream at the pony, whatever the hell it was that had taken my own body. The me pony trotted over to the table, picking an apple from it, and smiled sweetly, using my own face. "Now you're going to do me a little favor," it said. "You're going to leave somebody else's ear, and they'll do the same as you, and so forth, and so forth. After all, the plants have to be kept alive. My beautiful, beautiful garden. It gives me all the love I need." I gurgled again. My eyesight started to fail. The me pony looked down and smiled. "Oh, I'm terribly sorry about all of this, but I need the love of my plants to survive. It's the same to me," it said, secretly sweet in my own voice with a demonic spark. "You do understand, don't you?" As I slid deeper into death's embrace, I heard a chuckle from the lips, and the imposter stole in my face. My heart failed completely as I heard these final words. "The circle of life continues. My garden will thrive. Unfortunately, that means the end of you."
Well, kitties, it looks like for all of his want for food and desire for a nice meal, he decided to bug out.